Hey Facebook, coming to you live now from back in Hartford, back in the Legislative Office Building where our special session has begun, officially began at 11 o'clock today, although many of us came in much earlier to make sure we could work out the various pieces of new technology that are in place here to make sure that we can be part of and observe all the proceedings from our offices, where we have multiple Zoom screens set up, checking out all of the audio so that we can speak from our offices. And although debate will be conducted on the floor, we can raise short, quick points from our offices where they're encouraging everyone to remain. And when we're outside of the office, we are masked up. So it is historic session for many of those reasons. Certainly the format that we're proceeding in and all of the precautions we have to take are unprecedented. And I will say that there's part of that, so the office building actually is packed. It's very rare to have everybody in their offices like this. People have different hours. So it actually leads to a pretty collegial atmosphere this morning. And as I have said before, I have an office that's in a hallway that has both Democrats and Republicans in it, and there's a lot of collegiality this morning, which is nice because we have some difficult issues ahead of us, and we have had many difficult conversations over the last week over some of the bills that we will vote on today, particularly the police accountability bill. So as a reminder of what the 4 bills that are in front of us today, and I'll put more information about them in the newsletter, which may go out later today and may go out tomorrow because maybe it may be worth waiting to get all the answers on special session. We'll see how it goes. It will be a late night tonight, so we're all expecting. But the 4 issues are the bill that they're currently started debate on is a telehealth bill, which essentially expands telehealth services to a wider array of particularly mental health providers and also veterinarians. And make sure that practitioners have access to a variety of platforms of their choice, including over the phone. Because as we all know in our area, there are a lot of people in our district who do not have access to the internet. And to be able to access healthcare by the phone, this is something that is really important for us even before the pandemic began, and now we know it's really important. So I'm really pleased that bill is getting debated, and it is looks like it's getting strong bipartisan support, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know the order of the next 3 bills, but they are, one is a cap on insulin costs, which I have also been advocating for quite some time. It's a historic bill that would cap insulin and insulin-related drugs at $50 a month, and then supplies related to insulin at $100 a month. And that bill, I also understand, will have strong bipartisan support. The other 2 bills are, one is on absentee ballots. It's a bill that will expand the governor's executive order that allows all eligible voters to vote by absentee in the upcoming primary on August 11th if they wish to. Our piece of legislation would essentially extend that to the November election. So again, in the absence of a COVID vaccine, it would allow anyone who wishes to vote by absentee ballot in November to do so, and makes it explicit that the possibility of contracting COVID qualifies as an illness. So that will be an important bill. And then finally, the police accountability bill. That is quite long and quite complex, 63 pages long, 41 sections, and we've had a lot of painful, difficult conversations, both within the Democratic caucus and in the broader community. I am a detail person, and I believe in weighing in and having difficult conversations and in having a lot of conversations. We started off with a 12-hour listening session in the Judiciary Committee last Friday, in which we heard from a lot of huge range of viewpoints, a lot of emotion, a lot of fear, a lot of pain. And I emphasize that it's important for us to give people the opportunity to express that. And even if sometimes they get the facts a little bit wrong, understand the position that they're coming from. I think that's how there's no substitute for putting in the time. If we're going to avoid, particularly in the legislative arena, reading talking points from some interest group and just retreating to our corners and lobbing rocks at one another, we have to be willing to wade into these painful, difficult, and messy conversations. And that is what I have been doing. And then, after that 12-hour hearing, I did some more research on my own, reached out to a few other people in the community who are active on the issues on both sides, police and social justice activists. And I am the most contentious issue is the qualified immunity piece, which is a little complicated to talk about in a short video, but that's the final section of the bill, Section 41, and the original bill proposed eliminating qualified immunity, which it has become a doctrine that has really been that has turned into a larger shield than it was originally intended to be for police accountability. And I think we've come up with a compromise solution that ensures that police would bear no additional personal liability whatsoever relative to their position today, but that gives victims of abusive behavior a little bit more a place to go, place to get compensation for what they've endured. So we're going to see how that goes today. It will be a long and interesting debate, but I'm still listening, and I think it's important to maintain an open mind and to go around and listen to the colleagues as long as I'm wearing my mask. So more updates as the day goes through, and have a great day, and talk to you soon. Thanks.